Recording. Are you recording?
Yep.
Are we live?
Yes.
Yo,
Hello
what's
and
up,
welcome to GorTheMovieGod channel.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome
Alright, hold on, wait.
Alright.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, what's up, everyone? What do you want me to be boring when I start my videos?
Oh, what's
Like,
up, everyone?
It's your boy Eeyore.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
This is our reunion tour.
Yeah, we're back. We got a different format. We got video. He's eating a bowl of Cheerios. I don't know what the fuck he's eating.
He was. Oh, look at this man! How gross he looks.
Yeah,
he was
with
sitting
his camera.
he was in all blue light about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Eating Cheerios.
Now he looks like the camera got filled with piss, and now he's eating his, I don't know, spaghetti or something. I don't fucking know. What are
Spaghettios.
you eating? Spaghettios? You eating Spaghettios? Chef Boy RD? Or whatever his name is?
He doesn't wanna
Look
talk
how
to us.
gross this man looks. Damn, dude.
Man,
All right, we're back.
That's the name of a book.
Well, what was the last episode?
We were
When
talking
did,
about Peppermint and Axel, so that was a long time ago.
Oh, pepper. I was about to say, what the fuck is that? A flavor ice cream? Peppermint and Axel?
Oh, you don't remember the classic Peppermint?
Yeah, I forgot about both of those movies. I especially forgot about fucking Axel. I forgot I even saw that.
I didn't, because I see no, because I see Alpha and I think of Axel, because I'm like, oh, remember that was the bad
Alpha
movie.
way better than Axel, that's for sure.
I'm gonna check what episode it is, but we're
20
back.
I think 25. We back. We back. What's up, homies? Mwah. New year, new us.
This is episode 23.
23, whatever.
Yeah, new year, new us. Actually, we're recording this in the first.
Yes.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this again now. We're gonna like this. It's my hard goal to keep this weekly, even if one of us can't make it. We're gonna keep trying to make sure we can still at least fill it up somehow.
Two of
We're
us.
gonna go for it weekly.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, we also got another show called The Ranksters. We just did an episode of that.
Mhm.
We did all the Overwatch heroes, ranked them, and we're gonna be doing this. Yeah, no, we're gonna do it weekly. We've been kind of off on watching movies. I know, especially recently. Like it's been kind of it's been harder for me and Chris specifically because we have to go to our AMC theater now.
That's
And I know that's a drive for both of us.
Yeah.
And because back when we had Movie Pass, I had a theater like right here that I could just swing to whenever I want to. But now I gotta drive about 30 minutes out to get to that theater, and I don't like doing that a lot. So I've been missing out on a lot of movies, but we're kind of caught up-ish. I mean, there's a lot of indie movies we've been missing out on.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
Kyle drives all the way to Los Angeles.
Yeah. Every
The,
6-hour drive, yeah.
6-hour drive to go see Roma in a little room with a bunch of nerds. So
And old
you see
people.
everything. When you could just stay in his house and watch it. I mean, you have to see it the way the director wants you to see it. In a room
yes.
full of
Actually.
people.
I'm Adrian.
I'm Kyle.
And that's Gore the Movie God. You should know it if he's on his channel. So.
Yeah.
Wait, no, give us the intro.
Hey!
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Hey!
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another video. It's your boy, GorTheMovieGod. What's up? Hi! There you go. Holy shit.
And, but the first movie, I guess, that we're going to talk about is Spider-Man Into the
Yes.
Spider-Verse.
So our agenda today is we're gonna talk about Spider-Verse, we're gonna talk about Bumblebee, Aquaman, and then we're gonna kind of get up on Unbreakable, Split, and talk about Glass coming up here.
Mm-hmm.
But let's talk about Spider-Verse, because holy fuck, we talked about this already, and we weren't thinking of the podcast when we talked about this, because we both watched the movie like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
It came out.
I just watched it a couple days ago. So.
How many times have you seen it? 3 times now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to go my third time. I'll probably go next week. But fuck, what a movie, dude.
Yeah. It's great.
But
Even
not
Kyle.
a fucking movie.
Even I quite enjoyed it.
He enjoyed it. I know. I love this movie. It's great. I don't know. It's my number one right now, but again, I haven't seen a lot of the, independent films.
It's gonna be hard to top though because
I
man,
love it.
this fucking movie just oozes style. Like it is the most flashy. It's like we know what the fuck we're doing, and we just want to fucking hit you in the face with all this fucking just style and tone and colors, and it's just so fucking cool.
Yeah, it is a cool movie.
And I don't even care about Spider-Man that much. Like he's cool and like, but like I never cared for the movies like the the Raimi movies.
Right.
Who made the other ones?
Mark Webb.
Mark Webb.
They
Mark
got-
Webb
I-
and some fucking hack, just some fucking
Yeah.
nobody who did Homecoming. So
Well,
Like I watched the Amazing Spider-Man when they
So
came out, and
Right.
it I thought it was good, but I mean they don't hold up. In Homecoming, it was good, but I mean it doesn't hold up in my like. Some people love that movie, like fucking love it.
they're insane.
I thought it was fun. I thought it
some
was.
really fucking hate it. Like, I wish you put me above you so I could just keep going like this.
You like point diagonally like that.
But I thought it was all right. It doesn't hold up in like. It doesn't hold up in the grand scheme of things, but
Yeah.
Everyone out here loves Venom, so I guess that's cool.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
great.
But I've never been into Spider-Man that much. But this is like the one movie that I was like, I was really feeling it. Like it was cool.
Man,
And
I was loving it, man. It was so good. Like, I was just fucking loving every moment and every gag, and I loved every little, like, dramatic moment. It reminded me a lot of the original movies, the Sam Raimi ones, because like those have, they have their fair share of goofy moments, especially Spider-Man 3, which I think a lot of people give Spider-Man 3 shit as if like those goofy moments aren't.
Spider-Man
supposed to
2
be-
has a lot of goofy fucking moments.
Yeah,
dude.
but in 3, like that's the one that gets made fun of a lot for the stupid ass dancing and the Venom moments and stuff like that. But
the what?
Venom,
You.
knock. But
If you play the Raimi trilogy backwards, slow mo like 700 times, that song plays.
it actually plays 8 Mile if you backwards. 8 Mile. But
So what a great idea though. Like the premise behind Spider-Verse. I mean, I know that it's a comic, but
yeah, I mean, I guess I think
just
it's like a combination of a bunch of different stories and stuff.
I just love the idea of this though. Like, because
Mhm.
Spider-Man is it's such a weird property because it's been flexed around so much. Like, there's so many iterations of Spider-Man.
Right.
It's such a good idea to just like, hey, let's just make them all into one, and it was cool because we finally have a movie not focused on Peter Parker.
Right. But I will say
think
that this movie, if you treat it as if it was a continuation of the first 3 movies, which I mean they have little references in there, like of course him kissing Mary Jane upside down and him dancing and shit like that. If you can,
He does he does the what's up to people on the street though too,
yeah,
right?
yeah, dancing or something. Like he does this and
Oh, okay, yeah.
except he does it in a spider suit in this one. In the original, he does it with these really whack ass clothing on and stuff. And, yeah, and then it starts pumping.
Spider-Man 3 is great.
Yeah, Spider-Man 3. That's supposed to be like a nerd being cool. That's what the whole point of that.
Yeah,
is.
exactly.
And it's funny, but everybody thinks it's supposed to be serious. I guess like he's actually cool.
Yeah,
That's
no.
why whenever he passes by someone and he goes like this, they go, "The fuck?" Like, they don't go, "Ooh," It's supposed to be weird, but there's still problems with that movie. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's underrated.
It's
think
better than the previous 3 Spider-Man movies, but yeah.
No,
Absolutely.
I think it's better than Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. But I know you don't like Homecoming, but I think it's a little ridiculous how much you don't like that movie.
Amazing Spider-Man 1 is still the worst, honestly.
Amazing Spider-Man 1?
Yeah.
Okay, it felt the most useless. That's for sure.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
2 has
It's like a 90s cartoon, dude. I kind of
Yeah.
liked it for that.
that one scene where Electro is like imprisoned, and there's that one guy that's like hamming it the fuck up. It's just like, and he's like German
Yeah.
and stuff. Like, and he's like a evil scientist. I thought that stuff was funny, but
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the first one I don't hate it. Again, it takes a lot for me to hate a movie,
Yeah.
especially being passively entertaining.
Yeah,
But,
so let me say my piece about Spider-Verse, right? So I just fucking adore Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. I think they are still like the pinnacle of what comic book movies should be like by themselves. They are directed by a actual director. He directs it like with so much personality and flavor. They're just the perfect versions of a comic book movie to me. And ever since, I've just felt more and more bumped out. I thought Amazing Spider-Man 1 was just awful. I thought Amazing Spider-Man 2 was just kind of funny in its own way, but just not a good movie. And
But like Paul Giamatti in that movie is
Mhm.
fucking hilarious. Oh, Spider-Man!
yeah, yeah. So I honestly I like Amazing Spider-Man 2 out of these past three, and Spider-Man Homecoming I just think is super bland.
Sure.
But with Into the Spider-Verse, I was really surprised. Like I like the look of the trailers, but I wasn't
Yeah,
totally
the first
sold
trailer
on
was
it.
great. Like the first trailer that came out like a year ago was so good, and I was like, oh my god, I have to wait a year to see this. And it was like it came out like back in December of last year. It was just the scene where he suits up and stuff for the first time. And it's really good.
Yeah, but I had to also keep in mind that Sony Picture Animation's last movie was the Emoji Movie.
Yeah.
So
And then the last one before this came out was Hotel Transylvania 3.
yeah, which
So,
that was a movie. Did that
but
did that even come out this year?
Huh?
Did that come out this year?
Yeah, the third one, yeah, it came out like July or some shit.
Jesus.
Yeah, and you also had Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, which I really like. So
The first
they
one,
did that.
sure.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did the second one. I don't see them switching over.
Yeah, so
Or animation video.
I had my hopes kind of like in the middle. Like I was kind of bummed by last ones, but also I thought this looked pretty good. So I went to see it. There's like an early screening for PlayStation Plus members, and even though I am one, I didn't get like invited. One of my friends just invited me, so I went, and I saw it, and it's just like a week before it came out. And I gotta say, I really fucking liked it a whole lot. It's very high up on my list, and for me, I don't like comic book movies anymore that much, and to say that is really something. I think this movie just has, like Adrian said, a lot of style, a lot of personality, and I just think it just fucking moves really well as a good story, and it hits good emotional beats.
It really does. Like,
yeah.
I get like almost like teary eyed when like
Spider-Man. Spoilers, by the way.
Yeah, spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers.
You should see this movie though, for real.
What part? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What part were you gonna say?
I was gonna say when Spider-Man dies in the first like 30 minutes of the movie, and they announce it on the TV and everybody's reacting to it.
That was
like,
one part for sure.
I was like, fuck, man. I wish I didn't know there was already another Spider-Man. If I thought Spider-Man actually was dead, I would have teared up.
Yeah, that part was because I feel like we've never seen that side of it, right? We never seen a hero for sure die in there.
Yeah, in a movie.
And then they get announced because that's what would happen. Remember, like, or not remember, but like they'd get announced like their identity and everything,
Yeah.
But no,
Batman v Superman. Excuse you.
Yeah.
When Superman dies.
Oh yeah, they all say Clark Kent.
But like,
actually, do they?
I think they do.
The part when he like becomes Spider-Man, when Miles Morales like he went the famous shot, the one that's in all the trailers.
Yeah, where he like jumps up.
The one right here in the poster.
Yeah.
That part, dude, with the song that starts playing and everything, and the colors just fucking hit it, and then he lets go. The glass follows him, and it is slow motion down, dude. I get fucking like that scene. If it wasn't for the scene with Thor in Wakanda, that would be my favorite scene, bar none, this fucking year, because that scene is so fucking good. Like everything hits. He starts moving, just started going through the city, and the song is starting to hit. It's got a very urban vibe to it, which I like a lot.
Yeah, they get New York City right. That's for sure. Well, just like him walking in the beginning, just talking to people, just like walking by and just like talking about like, oh, do you feel that earthquake? Nah, I didn't feel anything. Like it's just like little moments like that. It was like that gets New York City more right than a lot of movies set in New York City. So.
It's got a personality to it, and everything just starts hitting. And there's those moments, and I think the moment too with when Miles are just going in with Peter Parker, and they both start kicking ass, and you see the Spider Gang all look up and see Miles Morales up there like fighting with them too, and they're all like super proud of him. Right, I'm like, dude, that's so cool, because the number one complaint with this movie is Kingpin. I feel like people thought that Kingpin is kind of Kingpin looks like something out of Despicable Me.
Looks like the Boss Baby grown up.
It's not fair to say. Yeah.
No, I know, but that's what. But to be fair,
I'm okay with the design now after watching it a couple more times.
Yeah, to be fair, like I think, and if I want to get into it, I think the design makes Kingpin look cute to counter Miles
small
Morales,
Miles,
all
yeah.
he is, yeah,
Yeah.
it's supposed to look a lot more daunting, especially the final fight. You know, when it's him and Ned, they, like Spider-Man looks so small. But also, I think that's just a side thing. Like it's not about villains or anything. It's just growing up. It's Miles like, hey, this is his. He's gonna grow up now. This is him doing his own thing,
Right.
and him to like actively save what like 5 other universes because of this.
Mhm.
You know, that's just so cool, and that's him stepping up, and I like that.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, the best part obviously is the pig. I mean, like,
Peter
screw all that.
Porker.
I would, you know,
Peter
that the
Porker.
one thing
I was bit by a radioactive pig because he used to be a spider. That's the joke.
I think I get why I'm totally okay with it, but if there's one thing I could change, I kind of wish that every other Spider-Man got their own little like a little bit more exciting.
50 minutes into the movie.
Because I get that they didn't because you can't take too much focus away from Miles because it's his movie, but
Yeah,
like
definitely.
Spider Pig only got one real fight scene, you know, and it was like
Oh,
15
he gave him
20
hands.
seconds. Yeah, but he came in, and I love how like it was cartoony, like you know, like he had the old school sound effects and everything, and he came back with it. Oh man, like I thought like I would love to see more of that.
The one I thought needed more explanation was the fucking anime girl. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, just some random ass anime girl in this fucking movie. Like, Penny Parker?
Penny
What the
Parker.
fuck is that?
And it was, dude, it was so sad too, because she's the one that like lost her fucking robot too, dude.
Yeah. Well, she lost her
went-
father. Her father's a spider.
I was
Like,
so confused. So baffled by that.
father's a spider who is inside a robot that is her best friend, and in the same movie, her robot best friend dies.
Yeah.
Super
that
odd to
was-
me.
Yeah, I liked the whole aesthetic of like having this cartoony, just like 1940s esque like cartoon guy. I mean, he didn't look like it because he was definitely way more animated than some of the. Well,
You just want Spider Noir movie.
Spider Noir was the best fucking part.
I meant Spider Ham because he's supposed to be like a Looney Tunes
okay.
character.
Yeah.
And then you
I
have
like.
a girl just shows up.
I liked when they went back to their universes. You saw like just when the universe like flickered for a bit, it had like their own style to it.
Right.
That was
Yeah.
super cool.
I love Spider Noir. He needs his own movie, and I want it. I want him to. I want it to be a not a rated R movie, but I want it to be like, a little bit more.
I think they can get away with like a Watchmen style like
shit.
Damn.
Spider Noir, dude.
Yeah.
But then it was fun. It was kind of funny seeing him wacky because he was like outside of his own realm. Like, what was the quote that you said that you liked?
From Spider Noir.
Yeah, what was the one thing that you were quoting? I think yesterday.
I like to drink egg creams. I like the
No.
Nazis.
No. It was the finger.
Oh yeah, the burn.
He's like I like to burn. What did you say? I like to burn in my fingers, just so I can feel something. I like the matches burned down to my fingers just to feel something.
Yeah.
That's great. That's such a quick line too, because they're all explaining their origins, and he's just like quickly, just like I like to do this. He was like, Jesus Christ.
Like, damn,
I like
that
to
really
drink egg
hurt.
creams.
That really hit home. Spider Noir.
Spider Noir. I just like that he can't see any color besides black and white.
Yeah.
He's obsessed with his Rubik's cube.
Yeah, he's just like, I don't understand this. Like, this is purple? No. He's trying to figure out what colors are.
I like the little like epilogue he got too. He shows him in his own universe, showing off the Rubik's cube to everyone.
Yeah, he got it. It's just fun.
Yeah, and then dude, Spider-Gwen was fucking cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was cool.
I think they all had their own specific style, which is super
Yeah,
cool.
she was the ballerina. That was I'm assuming because she had ballet slippers on. They don't really explain too much about her, which I thought they would a little bit more.
She'll be in the next one, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, but I just thought it was supposed to be about those three. Like they explained Peter, B. Parker a lot. I think they explained like Aunt May died and they got divorced. He made some shady deals.
I love that scene with him and Mary Jane at the at the restaurant or at the banquet or whatever.
Oh yeah. He's just like, yo man, I'm gonna give you so much bread.
Yeah, but you could feel because like he felt bad that he let her down, and like.
Also, bread is a euphemism for pregnancy.
Hell yeah.
Cooking.
Even though she's like way younger than him.
It's like, yeah, it's a little weird, but not that young. It's only like about 12 years younger than him at that point, so it's not that way. Because he's like late 30s in this, I think, and I think she's supposed to be the same age as the blonde Peter, who is 26. So yeah.
Let's talk about Miles though. Miles, the star of it.
Yeah.
Man, it was such a cool like arc, I think. And I think the soundtrack, like I think the soundtrack is so good too. I listen to the soundtrack a lot, but it really puts a lot of personality to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, the soundtrack's great, and I get that one song he's listening to where he's like singing it, but he's messing it all up.
The Post Malone song.
The Post Malone one, which
Fuck
I find
me.
it funny that like I don't understand what that song is, and he doesn't either, but he likes it. So he's just like he's trying to sing, he's like. I will say though, it started off a little weird because immediately he took his headphones off and it said Sony on them. I'm like, uh-oh.
Well, I mean, come on.
Here comes a Sony. Well, every Sony movie has so much Sony product placement.
Jumanji.
That was like the only time. Blade Runner even had a lot of Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Sony's the only company that's going to exist in the future, you know?
Oh, yeah. The only thing that's doing well with Sony is their video game stuff, but they'll be fine in the future. But yeah, I didn't mind that. It was just one time I was like, uh-oh. And I think you do see some Sony stuff later on, like when he's in Madison Square Garden, I think, right? I mean, not Madison Square. I'm sorry. He's at fuck, where was he? Oh God, when Peter B. Parker showed up, he crashed into the billboard. He's in the middle of Times Square, right? That Times Square, I couldn't tell. It's a otherworldly thing, but you see a bunch of stuff like ads and stuff. I like some of those gags there because you see like a Shaun of the Dead style movie or something in the background. You see a Seth Rogen movie. There's like little posters that are like all gags. It's really funny. But yeah, I also really like. This is what I think Phil Lord does and Chris Miller do extremely well. Which I know it's only written by Phil Lord. It's not written by Chris Miller. These are the same guys that did the Lego Movie and
21 Jump Street.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, 22, 21. They were going to also do Solo until they got kicked out of that.
Right, yeah.
What they do extremely well is like gags that are so quick you'll miss them, and
they catch on a second go.
Yeah, you catch them on a second go. Like I didn't even notice the first time when they're going into the place to steal the computer. And then Doc Ock was there and stuff like that, and that was a reveal. That was kind of cool. And then, when he throws the bagel, it just says "bagel" above the guy that it hits the bagel with, which I thought was funny. Just like that. And again, like I said, like when he's in Times Square and you see all these billboards and stuff, and you see all these like Seth Rogen movies and stuff like that. I thought it was like it was cool.
This is a movie I'm super excited to own.
Yeah.
Side note: there's no Steelbook 4K for this.
Yep.
Yeah, Sony's gonna do that.
Sony's a bitch.
Yes.
Sony,
but
what the fuck?
Spider-Verse was great.
Currently my favorite movie of the year.
Damn.
Yeah, well, again, we haven't seen a lot because
it's
gonna be harder to top this.
It's right outside my top 20. It's good. It's still good.
That's what I figured. Yeah, it's number one now, but I have a lot of movies I still need to catch up with. But yeah, and also like I keep thinking like, is it this or A Star Is Born? If I watch A Star Is Born again, will I don't know. It might swap.
Maybe that's also something we need to see again.
I like top 10. My top 10 right now looks pretty sweet. I think.
Pretty fucking sweet.
I got Upgrade in there. Upgrade was
sweet.
Fucking sweet, Lois. Upgrade is in there. Fucking love it. Fucking sweet. All right, so Spider-Man, get the fuck out of here. It's old. Yeah.
We should talk about Bumblebee.
Aquaman, best movie. I love it. Give me a like.
All right, Aquaman. Here we go, baby. All right.
Let's do Bumblebee. Yeah, just fuck around. I don't want to talk about Aquaman.
Okay.
That movie sucked. No, I'm just kidding. Please don't give me a dislike.
All right, Bumblebee.
Nah, let's talk about Aquaman.
Did they both come out the same day?
Yeah. Yep. So did actually no, Mary Poppins came out a couple days before. But yeah, no, Bumblebee and Aquaman came out the same day. And if you asked me a year ago which one would do better, a Transformers movie or some Waterman, I would have been like, I mean, it's got to be a Transformers movie, right? Those movies make a lot of money. But I guess the last one didn't really, because that last one...
Domestic did not do very good.
Yeah, in China, that shit sweeped, of course, because I don't want to insult any Chinese.
They're not accustomed. They're not accustomed to movies yet. Let's just say.
Yeah, they just like the explosions and giant robots,
Yeah.
which we were like that back in 2009 when Transformers was extremely popular with that second fucking movie that did huge over here.
Yeah.
And even the third one did pretty well over here, but those movies would constantly make $1 billion because of China. But sadly, Bumblebee won't be one of those because it's not doing so well. I really loved Bumblebee. I thought it was a really fun movie.
Yeah.
And it had a lot of heart. You know what? It's funny that I like Ready Player One a lot, and I know I really like Ready Player One. I really do.
Uh-huh.
I probably like it a little bit more than Bumblebee, but I feel like when it comes down to its heart, I think Bumblebee has way more of it, and it has way more of like the Spielberg-esque like kind of wonderment, a little bit more than Ready Player One did. Even though Ready Player One had, I think, plenty of that. Man, if you didn't like it, that's fine. Again, I enjoyed that movie until a certain Overwatch character appeared, but then I hated
More
it.
than
Tune into
once.
the Ranksters to hear about that. We have a long discussion about that one.
Yeah. But yeah, Bumblebee was really, really fun. I really liked, like, it's weird to say that I really like the human characters in a Transformers movie because I hate all of them in every Transformers. Fucking hate all of them. But I really liked all of the ones that were like the main one. Even John Cena. John Cena is a pretty generic
Pretty
character.
sexy guy.
John Cena.
Yeah, buddy. But like even him, he has moments where I'm like, all right, he's not the deepest character, but compared to him with what's his name, the soldier guy.
Wiki?
No, the other soldier guy from the Transformers movies.
I don't fucking know.
Who played him. That guy. Then John Cena has way more charisma than that dude. I enjoy it. And Bumblebee himself. I mean, I never liked Bumblebee in those Transformers movies. Oh, it's adorable. He talks with the fucking radio. Oh, it's adorable. I love it. Yeah, whatever. And here, I love him. I love a little bastard. He's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say. It's just a fun movie. That's a fun movie.
I have to say, this movie is probably my biggest surprise of the year.
Yeah.
I really, really liked it too, and
Yeah.
I just despise the Michael Bay movies, the ones I've seen. Even the first one, I just cannot fucking stand at all. They're just awful.
I liked the first one when it first came out, but now I can't even like I can't even like look at it anymore.
No, just super ugly. Really, just like a bastardization of like a innocent fucking kid's toy brand. Like, it's really like slutty and gross in a way that I don't like at all.
Slutty. That's good.
It is just the way it treats
multiple different ways.
way it treats women, the way it treats just like the action and how it's shot. It's just super fucking ugly.
And those movies are racist as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Like that second movie,
Mudskip
Mudskip
and Flaps.
Mud Flaps. Holy shit! They had like these buck teeth and they were talking like wiggers and stuff. Like, what the?
Yeah, with gold teeth and shit.
I was like, I don't remember this from. I don't even remember this from Armada, let alone the original.
Yeah, so those movies are just Michael Bay pushing PG-13 and like just showing his. Because I like Michael Bay when he's not like trying to, or when he's not like being held by the studios, like Pain and Gain.
Pain and Gain's awesome.
Pain and Gain is just Michael Bay squared, but like it fits because of disgusting R-rated movie about a really gross story. So
right, yeah. And I really liked I liked that 13 Hours movie, even though it definitely it took its time, let me tell you that, like, to get to the point. But,
so
I liked it. It had good moments, that's for sure. And the last 2-hour action scene was pretty good. The last too fucking long. But that movie felt like it was like 4 hours long.
I don't care about Transformers. Like that's my main point. Like the toys and cartoons, like whatever, didn't grow up with them.
I don't get deep into the lore of Transformers.
I saw this movie in like September, late August maybe.
Really?
Didn't even know what it was going in because like they didn't say what it was.
I thought it was gonna be Venom. I remember that.
Yeah, I thought it was like big action movie from big studio. It was like this could be fucking anything.
It could have been anything.
Yeah, so it turned out to be Bumblebee, and just immediately, like off the bat, like when they're in that other planet or whatever, Cybertron. That shit was cool as fuck, and like I don't even care about Transformers. Like this is fucking cool as shit. And right when it gets down to Earth, it feels like a Spielberg movie, and I think
Yeah.
Travis Knight does that super well. And between this and Kubo, like it shows that Kubo wasn't just a fucking fluke, dude. Like he's
No,
a real deal good director.
Because when it comes to animation, directors do matter. Don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of time where it's definitely a team process.
Yes, yeah.
But Kubo is all hands on, like literally hands on with those, because you have to move all the models and stuff. And he was working on it as well. He's also an animator because he made he was like the son of like some guy from Nike, I think, or something.
Yeah,
like that,
something
right?
like that. Something crazy
Yeah,
like that.
he's the son of a shepherd. But yeah, so he did that, and he could have just been some rich kid, and fuck it, I'm just gonna go to Jamaica, whatever, Nike money. But no, he said, screw it, I'm gonna make Leica, which sounds kind of like Nike, which is weird. I just realized, and he said, I'm gonna do stop motion, which is like the least popular version of animation out there now. And he's
one
like,
of the coolest. Like I feel like it's so underappreciated.
yeah, I love. stop motion.
Nobody
He said,
here
"You know
saw
what, I'm
Early
gonna
Man.
do that. I'm gonna make stories with heart and messages.
Did
And I love-
did anybody here see Early Man?
I loved it.
I didn't see Early Man.
Okay.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
It's not like it though. That's Aardman.
Yeah.
But,
Aardman's also good.
wanted to see it, but then I heard it wasn't like their best, and it left theaters really quick.
It wasn't their best, but it was still good. It was still good.
I really like Shaun.
I love the fucking dog, dude.
Oh yeah, I didn't see it though. So
Yeah.
I saw the trailer. Though. I know what dog you're talking about. I know. Hey yo, I know what you talking about, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah, Bumblebee was a.
I love dogs. That's another one. There's like 3 of them this year.
You love dogs?
I love dogs. Oh, I get it.
Oh, Sneak King.
Sneak King.
Bumblebee was a nice surprise. I mean, it's not like a great movie or anything, but for what it is very
I
solid.
think it's a great movie for what it is. Yes.
Sure.
Like I mean, it's not going for, Oscars or some shit, But
It had a lot of heart to it. I think even the fact they took away his voice, that even helped the case a lot more, because I feel like the movie would have been the movie would have lost a lot of the heart it had if they gave him the voice, because it got so straight to the point at that point, right? Because it was endearing that he was trying to use the radio to speak.
Yeah.
Like that. That was
he
how
also
much.
stupid too. They made him like a dog at one point where he's like so dumb. He's like, I'm gonna hide behind a little rock, But I mean, I get why, because he lost his memory. So he's just like,
He rebooted it. I thought that was cool. So they actually just used like the husk of Bumblebee to make him a movie. But
funny. This reminds me a lot of Axel.
It's the good version of Axel. How about that?
I told Chris about it, but man, my fucking movie experience for this fucking sucked.
Yeah.
I had a fucking little 3-year-old sitting behind me, but like didn't give a fuck and didn't obviously not want to be there, so he just kept walking around his aisle, kept walking around. But his family had the whole half aisle there, and it was a theater where he was like the top row, so like they could have walked around there, no one would have seen. But he kept walking around there, then kept like walking up and down the stairs, like up a couple aisles, kept making noises, and the fucking mom and dad had to bring him out. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Tell him to
dude.
shut the fuck up, man.
They take him out of the theater, and you just hear a gunshot.
What the fuck? So anyways, Bumblebee.
What just happened?
No, but it was great. It had a lot of heart. I love the girl in it. I thought the guy was pretty funny too. I thought how awkward he was.
Oh yeah, he's basically
wait,
Miles
alright.
Morales.
I love the first
Yeah,
two
she was.
instances. He walks up to her. Hey, I don't think we met. Have you? I gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Oh, all right, cool.
You know what's
See you
funny?
later.
That guy plays like a nerd, but in real life he's like buff and shit. Like he's like, I
He
watched.
looked up when he took his shirt off.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, hell yeah,
That.
Hell yeah.
yeah. But yeah, no,
I
it's Haley Steinfeld who also voiced Gwen Stacy in the Spider-Man movie.
What?
Nice. That's yeah. It sounded kind of familiar to me. But,
I love Haley Steinfeld. I'm glad.
She was great. She was fantastic.
Because I don't know if anybody here saw Edge of 17.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you didn't care for it, I'm assuming.
I didn't see
but
it.
I really like that movie.
I didn't see
And
it.
I
I
thought she
just
was
forgot it
great.
exists, and I didn't know she played it.
saw it. I don't know if you'd like it, but
I
I really
liked Lady Bird.
Yeah, but Lady Bird's a little different. This one's a little bit more Hollywood, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
Not that
This is
It
Hollywood,
was
and I
great.
like it. The fuck?
When you watch the end of Edge of 17, it has a very similar end to compared to Lady Bird, but it's very much more like a I guess Hollywood. I don't know, but
Okay.
I really enjoyed that movie. I thought she was great in it too, and I really liked her and Woody Harrelson together. Um, so yeah, I'm glad to see her in more stuff. Of course, she was in True Grit. She was great in True Grit.
I loved the ending where they could have so they got away with it and had them hold hands and it'd be like, oh, cutesy, but then he tries to hold it. I know. I don't think we're there yet. That was a fun little ending.
Yeah, that's fun. I was a little disappointed at the end. If there is a sequel, I was disappointed that they tried to tie it into the other shitty fucking movies. Because I wish it just said, it's a reboot, it's done. But they try to tie it in with the other ones, like, which doesn't make sense because the other ones say that Bumblebee was there since World War II, which obviously wasn't because this is the 80s and he just appears now here. So the whole timeline's fucked up. So I was hoping they would just completely reboot
Did
it.
they confirm that it was
It was supposed to be a tie. It's a tie-in. Yeah, they even said before this came out, it's a straight-up prequel to the movies that already came out. But I think they're just kind of, because every new Transformers movie kind of forgets really what happened in the last one because they don't give a shit. They just want money. And
they're just saying that just to
get people
to watch it anyway.
It just sucks that so many people watch those Michael Bay ones after 5 movies and like 10 years of dog shit. Finally, something good comes out, and it's.
Were they burnt out though? Because the last one didn't do that.
Yeah,
that well.
That's what I mean. Like 10 years of watching this dog shit. Everybody's like, "No, we're done." And then a good one comes out. Everybody's already done with it, and everybody's just like, "No, I don't want to see it." But everybody's like saying like, "No, it's good. Come on, come in the theater." And they're like, "No, I'm gonna see Aquaman." Like,
kind of the same deal with Spider-Verse, to be honest.
A little bit. Well, everybody liked Homecoming.
Venom fucking did well.
I know you didn't, Kyle, but a lot of people did like Homecoming. But
sure, but not more than like any other MCU movie.
Sure. It just felt like another MCU movie. I will agree. But
that's the way we say it. I know a lot of people that love that movie.
I think Spider-Man only didn't do as well as it should have because it's animated. I think that's why.
I also think the name is a little weird.
Into the Spider-Verse, sure, yeah. And also the marketing was a little weird because at first they made it look like it was just a, like a Spider-Man thing, like a new Spider-Man. And then out of nowhere, out of freaking nowhere, there's a pig Spider-Man, there's a ballerina Spider-Man, there's a noir one, and there's an anime girl. It's just like, So yeah. I think maybe that's
also like it kind of seemed to be. Isn't it PG-13?
No, I think it's PG.
Really? I could still see it being PG-13 with
the
death of
or Bumblebee.
Into the Spider-Verse.
I think both of them are actually PG. I'm pretty sure Spider-Verse.
There's no way that's PG. That's not PG. 13.
No, it's PG. It's PG. Because even with like the gun, like him getting shot, you don't see blood or anything. So
Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse is PG. So I'm wrong.
See? Yeah, I figured it was. I mean, they wouldn't make that PG-13. I mean, especially with like a spider pig. Like they want kids to see the movie too.
Bumblebee is PG-13.
All right, Bumblebee is PG-13. That one makes sense because all the other Transformers movies are. Because they're trying to get the adults too with the stupid humor. Not this one. This one doesn't have stupid humor. The other ones do.
Speaking of stupid humor, let's talk about Aquaman.
Aquaman's humor is the worst dog shit of the year.
Are you talking about Aquaman?
No, let's talk about Bumblebee a little bit more because I'd rather talk about that than that dog shit. No, I'm just kidding. It was about as generic as I figured it would be, but it's not dog shit. But yeah, no, Bumblebee was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, and it's probably not gonna get a sequel. So,
nope.
I mean, if they decide to make an Optimus movie, which I don't know will have the same heart, because Optimus is more of a leader than like a fun little. Unless they do the same thing.
Ragtag little bitch.
Yeah,
it had to be him losing.
Loses his memory and then acts like a dog or some shit. But I don't know. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Poor Travis Knight. This and Kubo not doing well.
Kubo didn't do well. His Leica movies aren't really doing all that great. Like, I think the next one's probably not gonna do that great. That Yeti one.
No. Seeing as we just had a Yeti animated movie.
Yeah, we did with Smallfoot or
and Smallfoot.
Early Man was kind of. I mean, it wasn't a Yeti, but it had that kind of feel to it.
Yeah.
Whereas,
and Early Man did terrible. So yeah.
Yeah, Early Man did horrible. It did really bad over here. Which is surprising because Iron Man movies usually do, pretty okay. Not, good enough.
Chicken Run.
They do really well in Europe. That's the place for those. But I don't even think Early Man did that great in Europe. It's all right. Yeah, is that all for Bumblebee?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. How about you, Adrian? Did you hate it?
No, I liked it. It had a lot of heart. This is also I didn't watch any of the previous Transformers movies, but I know they were not that was in the whole era that I just did not like action movies, and I'm sure I'm not gonna like it even if I
No.
went back to
Oh,
them. So
Oh
I'm not gonna.
no. No.
no, no, no,
But
no, no,
no,
no, no.
it was good. It had a lot of heart to it, and I like those kind of movies. But
You thought the humor in Aquaman wasn't funny. Wait until you see one of those older Transformers movies
Oh,
where like Transformers have balls.
oh yeah. Yep.
He's a character that is under a giant robot that has they're Transformers, but whatever. And he has like giant like bowling ball, not bowling ball. He's like wrecking balls, and he's just like, I'm under the robot's scrotum, and everybody laughs.
all right, let's talk about Aquaman.
Big scrotums.
All right, so
So
we're talking about Aquaman right now, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Knock with Aquaman. It doesn't work.
All right,
Yeah.
Aquaman,
Hey, look at him. Look at him.
hot boy.
Yeah. He gets the suit. Everybody couldn't wait for him to get that dumbass looking suit, so he got it. To be fair, the suit looks kind of cool in the movie, but it's like I hate even saying that nowadays. It's like, it looks cool. It's like, oh, Kyle left. But I just don't like. I don't like movies.
All right. That was on the movie podcast.
I just didn't care for it. I don't know why everybody is such dicks about this movie. Because I say I didn't even say I hated it. I never did in my entire life. Seriously,
I think. Well, here's the thing.
I said jokingly, but it was obvious.
I'm sure being a DC fan is becoming a struggle to have movies that are good, and whenever anyone even talks against it, it feels like you're kind of not winning anything. But the problem that I have with it is, even if you think of it as some sort of fucking 10 out of 10, whatever, you need to find the criticisms in your movie, because if you don't find the criticism in your movie, you're not going to get improvement. And be it as much as you love these or not, these need more improvement, because this is a step in the right direction, I think, for sure.
Sure.
I think it's not as good as Wonder Woman.
No.
So if I saw Aquaman before Wonder Woman, I would see that more as a progression. But I think people like even Marvel, I feel like we have room for us to expect more in our movies, which is why like the ongoing trend before what came out first, Homecoming or Guardians 2? Guardians 2.
Guardians 2, yeah.
I think before or as soon as starting with Guardians 2, villains in the MCU got a lot better, and that was the ongoing detriment behind MCU movies where the villains always sucked ass. And I think that's something that Marvel people can look at. Yeah, but Marvel fans can look at that and say the villains all sucked.
Yeah,
DC, sure. I feel like it's like, no, it's fucking good. It's amazing. You know, you don't understand what you're saying, but it's good, and like I think I liked Aquaman more than you did, but it's still just disjointed. There's still like stuff going on that like the Black Manta was fucking hyped up, and there was no payoff to him. Like, okay, cool, we get a hint that he's in the next movie, but we started with the fucking movie with him. Like that's you don't start a movie with that. Think of Black Panther.
Yeah.
Black Panther first scene, we get Killmonger. That's how we get his origin story. Yeah. This one, they hype up Black Manta and they hype up his father. Like, this is gonna be a big one. This is gonna be the thing. He's not even the fucking main villain. He's not even like, he's barely a side villain. He's there for like, he's
there for like halfway through the movie for him to fight again, and then he falls off a freaking mountain, and then he dies.
And then you expect him to come back, but no, he just got fucked up apparently.
No,
like,
you thought he would show up at the end or something.
I know, but then I was watching the end, and I'm like, this feels like really conclusive. Like, is he actually going to pop up here? Because now I'm 50-50. Now I'm like, if he pops up, cool. Because like, oh, I got what I was expecting. But also that's garbage. That's totally not paced well.
I don't know much about Black Manta, but I did play the Injustice 2 game, and he looks cool. I mean, I think he looks
dope. I personally like the design.
I mean, he looks goofy. He looks like, someone said he looks like, oh my god,
he looks out of a comic book.
Yeah, he looks like a comic. I mean, that's exactly what he looks like in the comic. Someone said he looked like Alpha 5 from Power Rangers. I can't not see that now. Look up a picture of Alpha 5. You got those big ass red eyes. But
right.
which Alpha 5 doesn't really have, but whatever. I really liked the look of him. I just when he started talking in the suit, I was just like, all right, I can't take this seriously anymore. Because when he's talking, he has this kind of voice or whatever. It's deeper than that, but it's supposed to be like how they did with Batman's voice, where it's like amplified or whatever. But the things he was saying was so generic, like I am here for my revenge, Aquaman.
But yeah,
It's
but
not
he
like a
was
cartoon.
he could have had so much more character to him because he
Yeah.
lost his father. You know that
Mhm.
they started it well. Like they lined up their shots. They're like, all right, this is what's gonna be cool. And you know, Black Panther, same deal. Lost
Yeah.
his father, lost him that way.
Yeah.
Fucking, you want to take him out, but then it just made him like it. It made him sound like, oh, it's just some dude that just doesn't like this guy.
Yeah, right. He
Okay,
just
okay,
doesn't
cool.
like it because he's a pirate and Aquaman
Right.
saved people on the seas. And
Right,
yeah.
and it.
Which
But
I
it's
get that, but I mean, I'm a bad guy. That's the only reason why he doesn't like him.
I think the first two scenes were super good. Like I think they started strong. I personally really really love the intro. I was telling you that. I love the intro. I think the intro is super good.
Oh yeah,
I like the part where like they set up Black Manta. Okay, cool. I mean, it's a little hokey that like the way he ended. We talked about that too. Like the dad's like, son, you gotta get out of here. I'm leaving you here. I'm gonna blow myself up and you with me.
but
Like,
it doesn't make any sense though. He does blow up, but he has like a bunch of missiles on top of him. That's why he's stuck there and he's about to drown. And he had a grenade, and it didn't blow up the missiles. Right? It just blew him up. It blew his face off. I guess I don't know.
right. I don't know, but like that,
Maybe-
like I said,
maybe-
but it's instances like that I think it's super sloppy because.
But I'm okay with all of that. I don't give a shit for Aquaman. I don't care because
No, and you know what? That's fair. Is going into Aquaman. I don't think a lot of like I don't think in the grand scheme of it. Like I thought thinking of Aquaman before we even saw Jason Momoa. What a weird hero. Like I get the importance of him because like yeah, underseas there's a lot of shit going on there and that can affect the planet too. But like it's Aquaman, you know? Like what the fuck do we think of Aquaman ever doing?
Yeah,
But like so like
Aquaman.
yeah, my expectations were low. But like Jason Momoa was like arguably it was the first, if not second, like with the Flash, best part of Justice League, which is weird.
Yeah.
But like but like even in that movie, we make fun of the fact because he's like flying around the air, fucking getting tossed around.
What he should be doing. He's in the air when he should be in the fucking water.
Right, and so my expectations weren't super high with it. Let's get that real. My one expectation that was high was the visuals, and they, you know what? I don't think they were that bad. I thought there were some shots that were super stellar. There were some shots that were super hokey. I think the lighthouse shots because I hate when a movie so obviously has a fake background.
Right. Yeah.
Like that throws me off so hard. I hate when I see a fake background, and I think it throws you off watching Black Panther. Right when you watch the waterfall scene, like that's how it was when I saw the lighthouse shot because I'm like, oh, it's so fake. But I thought everything else was super good. But
I thought a lot of the other stuff was pretty good for the most part. I think there's like 3 shots that were really great. Like that shot where it shows the old king and he has the trident and all these like whales are flying. Like it's in the trailer. And it's a like really good shot like that, but it's like a really quick shot. And then there's other shots in the movie that are really bad that they don't put in the trailer.
And but even so, for underwater, like that's a hard thing to do. So like you guys did fine. For first attempt, perfectly fine. I'm not gonna complain about it. But
they tried.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times
in Justice League, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, a lot of times they succeeded. A lot of times they didn't. I think some of the stuff's disjointed. I think especially tying it in Justice League that we talked about. The fact they bring up Steppenwolf.
Yeah.
And they bring back the Justice League with the thing. Because now it feels weird because like they make the tone of the movie like, oh, he doesn't ever go to Atlantis, like he doesn't ever want to be a part of it. But like they didn't make that a big deal whatsoever. Justice League. He just motherfucker was already down there.
I think Amber Heard's character did mention it to him. Remember when she shows up and she like makes the water go away so they could talk, even though they could talk underwater. So I don't know if fuck. But she does, so they could have a scene where it's just them talking. There's no special effects, I guess. And she's like, "You need to come back, fight whatever, and fight Steppenwolf and all this shit."
But like that's still not a big deal.
Which is weird because in Justice League, when they met, I thought they knew each other. Like in that one scene, remember Justice League? I thought they knew each other, but I guess in this one they don't even know each other's names. And I was like, oh, I thought there was like history between these two characters. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess they didn't know each other, which I don't give a fuck because I don't like either of them. But no, I like Jason Momoa. I like Jason Momoa. I wouldn't say I really like his character that much, but I do like Jason Momoa as that character, I should say.
I think I love when a person, and they on top of them doing well, likes their role, because I think that shows in a lot of times that they like their role. For example, like we're gonna talk about, I think what's his name, James McAvoy.
James McAvoy, yeah. What about?
He fucking loves playing the Horde.
Oh yeah, Horace.
You can fucking tell that man loves that role.
Yeah, you can tell he's having a good time because he can just do whatever, really.
Yeah.
Like, you have another personality I didn't do. This one, he's
Hey, what's up, bro?
What's up,
That
bro?
dude- I love that fucking part in the new trailer, dude.
Last trailer, yeah.
But like I like when people like their role, and Jason Momoa fucking loves Aquaman.
Yeah,
So that's fine, and I like that a lot.
he definitely does. He'd have a good time, and you could tell even like before the movie came out. Like, remember when they first revealed the trailer? He did a whole thing on Twitter where he
Jump in the water.
He jumped out. Yeah, that was the best part of any of the trailers.
Yeah, I know. I'm totally down when he likes his
one
role.
day or whatever.
I think Aquaman 2 has a lot of potential.
Mhm.
They just need to focus in on the writing. And the cool thing I think right now, and this is the biggest plus I'll give to Aquaman, is I think for being essentially the phase 1 technically a movie of DC, I guess it's kind of phase 2 technically. It's hard.
End of phase 1.
If
Like,
it's a phase 1,
yeah, good.
if it's a phase 1, I think it holds its own against like Captain America. I think it's on the level of Captain America, the first Avenger.
So anyway, Kyle's a big bitch. Yeah, I just saw.
I think we're about done with that, right? I think.
No. I want to talk more about it because there's just things about it that really annoy me, like the humor of this fucking movie. Like
there were some moments that were just like, oh, okay.
Dude, Kyle, if you saw this movie, you would be like, okay, I know you don't really care for a lot of the Marvel movies, but you at least you'd immediately go, okay, those ones definitely were a little bit more clever than this one. There's literally a scene where a character goes, "You smell," and he's like, "What?" And then he lifts his armpit up, sniffs, and goes, "Ooh." And he's underwater, by the way, too, so that doesn't make any fucking sense. So it's fucking. Sure, but.
Someone says to Aquaman,
Be funny.
hey, what was it? It was because they found their boat in like chowder. He's like, I don't want to get there. It smells like chowder, and she's something like, oh, it smells better than you, or something like that. And he sniffs under his armpit, goes, ooh.
He shakes his head or whatever. Like he can fucking even smell. I guess he could smell. He's Aquaman. He's in water. I bet it smells like shit down there anyway. So if you could smell down at the bottom of the ocean, I'm sure it doesn't smell very good. So fish shit, and I think you keep yourself muted, Kyle.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Anyways, all I said was that's funny to what he said, because that sounds very humorous.
Aquaman sucks.
How are the action scenes? Because I think James Wan's a really good director.
Not bad.
All right, the last 20 minutes goes so fucking crazy with the dumbass visuals. Like, there's guys riding sharks. There's crab people. There's
crab people.
There's yeah, I wish. But there's a giant kraken monster voiced by Mary Poppins.
There's Jason Momoa riding that kraken monster, eating everyone.
Julie Andrews, right? Yeah, and what'd you say? Yeah, he's riding a giant monster, and there's a fight between him and Ocean Master.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool as fuck, dude.
Wait. Before we move on, this is the last thing I want to say. Do we need to say anything else? I want to end it on that.
Ocean Master.
Ocean Master sounds pretty cool.
Do you have anything else you want to say?
I thought Amber Heard and Jason Momoa had no chemistry. All right, there you go.
Agreed. Okay, let's talk about that line, and then we're gonna move on.
There's a line in this movie. You want to explain it?
No, you explain. I think you do it better.
Okay, there's a part where Patrick Wilson.
This is gonna be the funniest fucking thing ever. Kyle would fucking lose his shit during this.
If you saw that, I feel bad because if you ever do see this, if you get pressured into seeing it or some shit,
You're not gonna know it's funny
he's
anymore.
just
But,
like, I want to see it because I'm stupid.
you would fucking think this is funny, but now you okay? Say it.
Yeah. All right. So there's a scene. All right. Patrick Wilson's character is the king. He's the Black Panther character who wants to be the king and wants to rule the earth or some shit. I don't even remember what fucking Killmonger wanted to do. But he is evil man. He wants
I'm
to
gonna burn it all.
Yeah, I'm gonna burn it all. I hate it. Or he's gonna do the opposite of burn. He's gonna water it all. So he's going to submerge the whole earth, which he could just do anyway, because it shows you in the beginning he can do that, because he could just like make giant tidal waves everywhere. So I don't know why he doesn't just do that to begin with. But there's a whole thing about him wanting to be this thing called Ocean Master, which is like you're the leader of the army, the Atlantic Army. And there's one part where I guess he kills the guy who was Ocean Master before.
No. He kills one of the kings, right? One of the ones that are trying to oppose to him.
Yeah.
He kills one of them trying to oppose to him.
And then says King Orm, that's his name. What are we gonna do now? He's like, call me King Orm. Call me. And he looks in the camera.
And then it's a close up. Looks at the camera.
Like this. It's like, call me. Ocean. And he looks at the camera and winks. It's really horrible. And I feel so bad for Patrick Wilson because he has so many moments in his career that is embarrassing. Because you look at Watchmen, like the whole sex scene is embarrassing, and like he's had some bad one, like Lakeview Terrace. He gets bullied by Samuel Jackson. I feel bad for that guy. He gets so many roles where he's just like some fucking idiot.
It sounds funny to me.
Though, like I feel like at some point I know.
You don't give a fuck, but
actors should know when there's like a line that's like.
That's one of the worst lines I've ever heard in my life.
That was so fucking cringy.
If it was a Marvel movie, that would be a joke. Like someone would like fucking laugh at him behind him.
Yeah, so I was talking to Gore about this. Was in Guardians 2, that was a joke scene.
Yeah, that would be a joke in Guardians 2, which might not be funny, but
that was that same exact scene. What was it? It was that guy's name? Yeah, Taserface.
Laserface.
It was exactly that. Oh, so where'd you go, Kyle? There you are.
There he is.
Hi.
He's got the Jesus thing.
You need a shower.
I just showered.
It doesn't look like it.
I just showered, bro. What do you think I was doing?
What's that coming out of your mouth?
While you guys were talking about Aquaman, I took a shower. That's why I have a different shirt on.
He said Aqua a couple times. He's like, you know what? That sounds like a good idea.
Through this grainy PS3 camera, you can't really tell the difference between greasy hair and wet hair. So I get it.
All right, let's move on.
All right, so last one, eh?
Aquaman sucked. Anyway, no, Aquaman had moments.
All right.
Ocean Master was funny, and
Ocean Master's the fucking that was so bad it raised it up a point for me.
Damn.
So bad. I can't believe they put that in there. Like
that was the cringiest thing I think I've seen in a movie all year.
Wow.
He called me Ocean.
And you saw 50 Shades Freed.
Yeah.
See that shit. We saw Birth of a Nation. What was it called?
Death of a Nation. Birth of a Nation's a completely different movie, man. Actually, no, not really.
Birth of a Nations. So the original and that one that nobody saw a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Talk about Unbreakable.
Yeah, that one was actually pretty good.
Alright, so these fellows want to talk about the trilogy of Unbreakable, Split, and Glass, right?
Right.
I don't want to. I hate these movies. But let's talk about
Yeah.
Look at these assholes. One guy is in every movie, one guy's hamming it the fuck up, and another guy doesn't even want to be in movies ever. I feel bad for Bruce Willis, because you could tell like he just misses the 80s so much. But that's when he really tried.
He really wants to say some racist shit, but he can't anymore.
Yeah. Oh, you mean when he had the sandwich board in Die Hard 3?
Yeah.
Hey, Kyle.
I've never seen Die Hard 3, so what do you want me to say?
Well, why'd you say yeah then? Why'd you agree with me?
I assumed he said something racist then, that's why he won't say it now.
he's forced by the terrorists to wear something like a sandwich board that says some racist shit in like a ghetto neighborhood.
Oh wow.
So,
Yeah, those
but,
were the days. That's what he says now.
well, it's supposed to be messed up. Sam Jackson's in that one too, so it's kind of a. These guys have been in more movies than I thought, actually.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis and Sam Jackson.
Haven't they both
But,
been in Quentin Tarantino movies or something?
Yeah, he was Pulp Fiction.
Yep.
And Jackie Brown, right? Wasn't Bruce Willis and Jackie Brown also?
Maybe.
He had a small. Oh no, you know what? Robert De Niro was in it. That's no. Fuck it. Anyway, Glass and the other two. Let's talk about them.
The other two.
All right. So Unbreakable was a movie that came out about 250 years ago.
97.
Yeah, 87. No, it came
Oh
out.
wait, no, 99.
No, I think it was 2000. It came out in 2000.
Okay.
And it was the beginning of M. Night's whole, like, let's do something but not really. I think
That's what The Sixth Sense was. I think he's done that since the
Sixth
start.
Sense was more like a thriller, and then at the end it was still a thriller. You know what I mean? Like it was still a thriller. Unbreakable felt like it was a thriller that switched into a superhero origin story, and then it became a thriller again at the end.
Right.
Kinda in a way. It was like a mixture of two things. Where I guess you could say Sixth Sense was a thriller and a horror movie. I guess. So sure, but Sixth Sense was still a thriller throughout the entire runtime, right? I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Unbreakable even had like family drama in there too. But the whole there's a mystery. There's a lot of different things in Unbreakable. But I feel like that was the point where he, after Sixth Sense was such a huge success, that he said, you know what, now I could do some weird shit. Like I could do whatever I want. I mean, I got that Sixth Sense money, baby. So he said, I'm gonna do this. It didn't really pan out. I mean, people saw it, but it wasn't a huge success. So he said, all right, screw it. I'm just gonna do some alien shit. And then I'm gonna do a lady. That movie sucked. Village.
Oh, Lady in the Water. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, dude, that is
Village.
really
the
bad.
hero of that movie?
Huh?
Wasn't the joke was he turned out to be the hero of that movie?
Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah. And there's a movie critic character who is like the worst piece of shit ever.
I think. Yeah, and that character's just like he dies by going like, all right, in a bad horror movie, I'd look away and then look back and you'd be gone or something like that. You know, like as a fake jump scare. So he turns around and gets fucking murdered immediately, which is kind of funny. But
Probably his worst movie.
It's really pretentious.
That's probably
that
his
movie-
worst, like most like just can't stand it movie.
Yeah, sure. The Happening is probably a more.
I'm so excited, dude. I'm saving that movie for like the worst day of my life.
Avatar is just like the most bastardization version, whatever.
Yeah, The Last Airbender has the budget and for the time the special effects were fine.
For
the time they were. I mean, for a movie
2010.
Yeah, they were fine for the time.
Oh,
I mean, they
man.
weren't great or anything. I'm not gonna sit here and go, "Oh, the rocks look great," but you know, 'cause that's all they fucking did was float rocks. But I don't know. But yeah, I think The Happening is technically his worst movie he's ever made.
The
but
Happening?
It's really funny. The Happening is
Oh,
definitely.
okay.
I mean, just the dialogue is the worst dialogue I think that has
What?
ever been.
No.
Oh, and him talking to the play. It had to have been a comedy, and he said.
Oh,
says
yeah.
now it is supposed to be a
So
comedy.
so did Tommy Wiseau. So
Yeah,
who
Tommy
knows?
Wiseau comes out, and you know, just fine, whatever. But I don't believe you one bit. But I can accept that the comedy now. I do not accept that you thought it was supposed to be a comedy at first. But yeah, that movie was hilarious.
Anyways, back to
Spinning is an extremely watchable movie, I will say.
I'm excited to watch it.
but
I
for-
have it still sealed one day.
for
It was
Unbreakable, that was like kind of a box office like it didn't do very well.
It wasn't a failure. It did like a little over double.
It
its
didn't do as
budget.
good as Sixth Sense.
Yeah, it was a bigger budget. It was his biggest budget until Last Airbender, I believe. Because I think it was like an $80 million budget or some shit like that. It was way more than Sixth Sense, and I think it was bigger than even Signs and
Yeah.
Village and stuff like that. So he
Well,
said,
that
"All
was
right,
definitely.
I'm gonna do this and make a superhero movie, kinda. But it's gonna be like a superhero movie made by someone that made The Sixth Sense. So he made this I thought a really good.
It was
origin
grounded.
story that's a very realistic depiction of a superhero.
It was grounded.
It was very grounded, to the point where when he's doing really cool, awesome shit, it's like literally him fighting a dude in a room and he's getting his ass beat, but he can't feel it because he's unbreakable. but he's not flying in the air. He's not jumping really high. He's not doing anything like that. The worst it gets is that he falls off like a 2-story building. That's it. That's the most superhero like comic booky thing that happens action wise in this entire movie, I think.
His thing, he doesn't get hurt.
He doesn't get hurt. He's unbreakable. He doesn't get sick either. That's the one thing I remember, like him trying to figure out what's going on because he was in a train accident in the beginning of the movie. That you don't even see the train accident. The movie is it has a big budget, but it's so devoid of like a lot of special effects.
What's the budget go to?
I'm assuming Bruce Willis and Sam Jackson. They were big at that point, especially after Sixth Sense with Bruce Willis.
Yeah, I believe that because the movie itself didn't have much to it.
Yeah, and it was you might want to look it up. Maybe it was like a $70 or $80 million.
There's still like a lot of sets and stuff like that.
Yeah, sets. Like actors.
There's a lot of production design from what I've seen.
There's a whole scene in a stadium, so they probably had to rent that. Just all the sets. So that was probably just.
But mostly actors.
75 million.
75 million. Okay, so that was definitely bigger than Sixth Sense. I think Sixth Sense was like 25 million.
And box office was 250 million.
So okay, so it did actually better.
Pretty well.
That's pretty good.
But Sixth Sense did like 600 million or something like that.
Yeah, it did. So that's back horror. That's why he went back with Signs, which was more of a horror movie. It was like, ooh, aliens, scary. Oh, they don't like water.
Yeah, Sixth Sense had a $40 million budget and made 675 million.
Yeah, how much did Signs cost? That might be close. That might be like 50 million. But I don't think until last year.
Signs 72 million and 400 million box office.
Okay. Signs is big.
Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan was fucking banging back in the day.
Yeah, the thing is, like, it feels like there's an M. Night renaissance or something like that. That's what I keep hearing about since The Visit.
Shalama-sans?
Shalama Ding Dong?
It's hard to say, but definitely like even going in Split, even going in Split, there was still like a lot of hesitant feelings.
I feel like most people like The Visit.
As a movie where you can kind of laugh at it, like not laugh at it, you're laughing with it, definitely.
But for example, I think, and people brought this up,
like when you shove that diaper full of shit in that kid's face.
People brought it up that Split was really well because it was also very grounded and it had to it was M. Night Shyamalan having to restrain himself because he only had a $9 million budget. And
he had a good hook, like this one guy plays multiple different personalities. Like the trailer was cool.
If he had $70 million to make that movie, I guarantee he would have went overboard and like started trying to make some special effects with it.
Yeah,
but he only had. What was that?
I think Glass has a pretty small budget, so I'm a little bit more optimistic about that one. So
I think M. Night Shyamalan does best with small budget. He has $20 million budget for Glass.
Yeah, so it's still small.
But yeah, so like him having to restrain himself, I think that's when he does his best. When he has to he can't go overboard.
Yeah, because After Earth also was fucking terrible.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot fucking After Earth even was a movie, let alone him directing it. I seriously forgot that was a movie, that he even did or existed. Period. Holy shit, I saw that movie. What's with your hair? It's like covering your eyes now.
I can see perfectly, actually.
It's all brown, but I can see perfectly.
So, I watched Unbreakable last night.
Got like that John Wick shit going on.
Yeah.
It felt really cool because it was grounded.
Yeah.
And it was just a little bit dated too. You could tell.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's 18 years old, and big budget movies back then get more dated than like a smaller budgeted movie.
Yeah, I think
they don't have special effects.
The text at the beginning and the end kind of more than anything. Which
yeah, for sure.
You didn't see it, but no, you know, Kyle, when they do the text like, and then he went to whatever, and
I did see Split.
This guy is living.
I did see Split though.
Yeah, did Split have that also? Like text at the end where it said like, and then Split went to Mexico.
There's.
So, how did we all like Split? Because
I like Split.
I like Split a lot.
Yep.
And
it came out at the same time as Get Out, right?
It was a huge surprise though that it was connected to Unbreakable, right?
Yeah.
That was
fucking
the big
massive.
twist. That was the one that everyone was like,
dude. There's only like 5 people in my theater because I saw it in like some fake ass IMAX shit that Regal has. So I went to go see it in that because my movie
RPX?
for some reason was allowing me to do it. I was like, all right, fuck it. I wish I had a bigger theater because there was like one guy that got it in my theater, and one guy was just like,
He got up. You got up. You got up. Both of you guys looked at each other, and pointed at each other. Oh!
hey man.
It's that guy. It's that guy with killing of a sacred deer.
It was funny because that guy got up because it wasn't we weren't pointing at you going but that guy got up and he was about to leave. I was about to leave too, but then there's an old woman talking to her husband like, "Why was Bruce Willis there?" She didn't understand that, and then the guy started immediately like just explaining it to her, just like nicely, not like you fucking you don't get it,
you idiot.
You idiot! You like humped her face or whatever.
What the fuck?
I don't know. That's what I would do. But he started explaining it, and I was like, yeah, and I started explaining it with him. And then
they're like,
she's more confused after. She's like, help! We got getting in her face. Now you understand? Huh? Somebody's pain? Girl?
You open your trench coat, pull out a Blu-ray of Unbreakable.
Hey, I got you. I like sneaking it to her like it's like a drug deal or some shit. Gotta hook you up. But
yeah, but I watched Unbreakable and Split back to back, and it's kind of funny to see that there's similar story beats that if you knew, because obviously no one knew going into it, but if you now that I did know, watching it back to back, it's so hilarious how like, oh dude, you could see a lot of like similarities there.
Yeah. Look.
In fact, did you know the thing about the posters, right?
I forgot what the posters even look like.
The cracked glass.
Yeah, so the poster of Unbreakable and Split, the glass in both of them line up perfectly.
Oh wow!
So if you put them side by side, the glass actually like goes all the way across.
That's some Kojima shit, man.
Yeah, that's exactly like Kojima. Remember when Metal Gear Solid 5 was called the Phantom Pain, but there was like little indentations above Phantom Pain where they fit the Metal Gear Solid.
And some asshole out there is like, I think this says Metal Gear 1.
I think it said Metal Gear Rising. No one said that.
Yeah, so yeah, if you put them side by side, the glass lines up, which is cool. I think it's cool. So there's a scene in Unbreakable, Kyle, where Bruce Willis's son tries to shoot him, saying like, you can't be hurt, but then they're like, oh, we don't know about that, so don't do it. And Bruce Willis is like trying to talk calm, but then he's like, all of a sudden he's like, I'm getting really mad right now. And it's funny, now that when I watch Split, now you see that scene with the girl holding the gun up to her uncle. And he says the same thing too, saying, I'm getting really mad right now.
I'm getting pissed.
There's that. There's there's a scene where they have their hands bound. I thought was actually kind of interesting. What was that?
It's the same with Unbreakable where he saves those.
Yeah, that was that. Then there's actual like hero talk going on in Unbreakable too, where there's a point where Fletcher's talking to the other guy about getting her video in the whatever it is, the speech or whatever.
Right.
And they're like, these people can't be superheroes. And they talk about superheroes for a little bit. I'm like, oh dude, if anyone had any idea going into it, like, it'd be like, oh yeah, for sure it is, right? But no.
Right.
Give him 18 years to forget the movie a little bit, and sure enough.
I mean, this is kind of why I really like the Cloverfield movies. It's just like little things. It's just like, it's stupid. I know. These are dumb movies. I love Cloverfield Lane. But I mean, even that is just like little things like, yo, man, you heard the freaking, what are those, helicopters outside? What is that? Is that alien or is it helicopters when it goes by the bunker or whatever? I just like little mysteries like that are pretty...
They're little hints to be like
little hints.
You get it.
Yeah, but I like it a lot in movies like Cloverfield or even Split, where I know now that it's leading up to tying into.
Yeah, you should, because you haven't seen Unbreakable in a while, right?
I saw it when Split came out, so after Split, I was like, I need to watch it again. Now.
Oh, you should watch it back to back.
I did it the other way around though. I did Split and then immediately the same day I saw Split, I watched Unbreakable.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you should.
No, not before. I didn't know ahead of time. I watched Split, and I was like, "Oh!"
Can you imagine that before? I think I'm gonna watch Unbreakable before Split. I don't know. I'm trying to.
It's got a feeling. I'm not
definitely
this time.
I think you should before Glass. Cause I think it's actually pretty cool. A pretty cool experience going into that. But man, Split was so good though. James McAvoy fucking kills it. Like,
He's
He does so, and I love the trailers because I finally saw. I got to finally see the Glass trailer. I've been avoiding the Glass trailers ever since they started coming out. Because when they start coming out, like around the summer this time.
Right, yeah. It was like,
Yeah,
Comic-Con, the first one came out.
yeah. I've been avoiding it this entire time, and I'm just like, I can't. Every time that I be in a theater and I happen to look up and I see the Glass trailer, I'm like, fuck! I put my headphones on really quick and look at a video or something, and so I finally gotta watch it. But James McAvoy is like how you get like I think two new personalities in this one. It's the one that speaks Spanish.
Bro.
What the
I
fuck?
loved it. The bro one. The bro one's so. Oh, what's up, bro?
Right,
You thought you got me, bro?
Generic, bro.
Oh
So
man, he fucking kills it, dude. And yeah, I love rewatching Split because this is the second time I actually watched it. I've owned it the entire time to not watch it again since I was in the theaters. But man, the way he just like goes from like Dennis to I forget who it was. I forget who the one he was talking as. I think he was going from David to Dennis. I think were the names. Something like that. But he goes
the therapist's office where
and then he gets found out. They're like,
that's so great where he's like one persona that's pretending to be another persona in the same guy's brain. Like it's like he does a good job with that. He's pretending to be.
In the scene where what's her name calls out his name, and he goes back to original person.
I think his name was Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin, I think.
And it's him normal, and then he freaks out, goes to someone else, and then just like in the middle of that sentence, he just freaks out and goes back. It's like he's just weaving it so well. I think he should have like been at least like considered for nomination in that year.
Yeah.
I think I thought he was so fucking good.
I mean, that's a fun performance. I'd say if anything, maybe Golden Globe, but I don't know about an Oscar. I mean, that's not the kind of role Oscar.
No, I know. That's why it never happened.
I thought that was a great performance. I think it's one of my favorites of that year. But that's like
I know it would never happen. But man, like if they were more open about those choices and stuff like that, I think he could have been.
They're about to nominate a fucking Marvel movie for Best Picture, so I mean, anything's possible now.
We'll see.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Oh,
absolutely, it's gonna happen.
Well, I assure you, if it doesn't, there will be a huge backlash, and I think it's kind of silly because Black Panther had great moments that are definitely, when it compare it to other MCU movies, definitely have more of a political statement to them, and a lot of drama that really does work better than most Marvel movies, like the whole scene, him in the spirit world and talk about his. That
scene looks so fucking cool, dude.
It's like really emotional too, where he's talking about like he has to do this. He's talking to his father and stuff like. It's good, and then the ending where he's just like when he gives the speech, and he even like talks to those two kids. It's supposed to be, it's a big moment for a lot of people. I get that, but I don't think the movie itself is Oscar caliber. But who knows? I haven't seen.
It's a political statement to do that, which I think is stupid, but whatever.
Yeah. But you know what? Like when Get Out got it, I was like, yeah.
That was just a really good movie.
Yeah, well, Get Out is such a unique movie, though, is the thing, and there's not really any other movie that's like Get Out. I don't think.
Speaking of that,
Us
trailer is so fucking.
No, Us, the new Jordan Peele movie. Have you seen a trailer for that, Kyle?
I don't want to watch it beforehand, honestly.
Yeah, that's for the best. But because Get Out spoiled a lot of that fucking movie, a lot of it, which is a shame. But yeah. So anyway,
I didn't
it did because I mean you didn't know because in the trailer they immediately show you spoilers for Get Out, but everybody saw it. They show you the whole bingo thing, where he's just like they're playing bingo to see who can get Chris.
That's Blumhouse for you.
Yeah. Well, they had to make it look like a straight up generic horror movie. They had like the deer skeleton, which is not even in the movie, but they had like you should watch the trailer again.
I was always thinking about I like how Games Gone By is, but I would love to do like a movies version of that, where we go back and look at the trailers and kind of like, because I don't look at a lot of trailers of movies that I've already watched, but when I do go back into them, I'm like,
go back to the trailers and then maybe talk about the movie itself too.
Yeah, because there's a lot of times when you look at the trailer, it's either you find stuff they didn't add into it, or like, man, they spoiled something fucking massively in there.
Do you know, Kyle? Do you know what? We had a podcast called Games Gone By, where it's simple. We just talked about games that were old, or a little
retrospective.
Not even that old.
Yeah, like Lucha Fury.
Yeah, Lucha Fury. We did prank calls.
We had a year hard line where it had to be at least a year old.
It had to be at least a year old, yeah.
But
We should do that with movies. That's a good idea. I think movies
Yeah.
would be a little bit easier actually too, because games are fucking like. 40
I still love that. I still love that trailer because I got 5 on stuck in my head. Like,
Oh yeah, I got 5.
yeah, that song is fucking stuck in my head. But
Yeah.
Glass looks fucking cool though.
Yeah, it does look cool.
I love that they got them all together.
I'm
I
glad
go-
we got one January movie that looks tolerable.
Cold Pursuit, Miss Bala.
No, I think Miss Bala is next month. Like it just missed the cut. I think it's like February 1st that comes.
Is there any like really big trash January movies coming out? Escape
Dog's
Room.
Way Home.
Escape Room.
A Dog's Way Home looks like the
Escape Room looks pretty bad.
yeah. Escape Room looks like it's bad, but it at least has a premise that is like could be good if you were a good
Yeah,
director.
it feels like it's gonna be a Truth or
What?
Dare.
I don't know why fucking Escape Room. Like when I heard they were gonna make a movie that's just Escape Room, like it would be like 999. That would have been awesome, you know. But why is it like like science fiction? Why can't it just be they're all in a room, they have to get the fuck out, and maybe they turn on each other? Why is it like
Well-
now now they're upside down?
So
Like,
it'd just be
fuck-
Saw or Cube. It'd just be
but
Cube.
it'd be yeah, Cube. Cube's a great one, but except Cube was just a cube, literally, and there's a door up, that way, and down. That was it.
I feel like
and
999
that room could kill them. You know?
in the right hands of someone who really cared. I think a movie adaptation of 999 would be really cool.
That would never happen.
I can see some fucking Japanese director doing that.
Yeah, I can see a
Because-
Japanese.
Because
Right?
it had to be like the intensity of Saw,
Get
but
the
it also had to have a lot of human connections in it. Because Saw is all about the traps and like dealing with that, but 999 is about that, but also like
What's
the-
the thing about 999 though is like you know what would be amazing? You know that new Netflix interactive Black Mirror
Box?
episode?
Oh
No, the Black Mirror.
no, but don't tell me about that because
No, I haven't watched it. So
I need to watch Black Mirror, dude. Fuck.
I haven't watched any Black Mirror.
One day, dude, because I hear nothing but
You don't
good
like
things.
it's just hipster Twilight Zone.
You love hipster shit.
Yeah, look at you.
Look at your hair.
It's like basic bitch
You
fucking
can barely even
Twilight
see your
Zone.
face anymore. You're covered with so much hair. What are
Thanks.
you, Grizzly Adams? Fuck out of here. What are you?
Anyway,
man?
we're excited for Glass.
Yeah, sure.
No, I want to rant about movies in February. Just one
There's
last.
there's Cold Pursuit, the Liam Neeson movie.
Cold Pursuit looks hilarious.
That looks good. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm getting Commuter vibes from that. So
Sure.
God, I never want to hear that movie ever again.
What,
The Commuter?
No,
I've had that trailer in front of about like 30
Too.
or 40 movies.
me too. But I had the shot
Fuck
where
it.
he jumps out of the train.
Oh,
Which is,
Replicants, whatever that Keanu Reeves movie is.
Yeah, that looks. I don't even know why.
That
that's
looks
coming.
so bad, but I can't
That's
wait.
my theater next month. I mean next week.
Oh,
Which I
dude.
thought it would just be like a limited release. I was like, and I looked it up. I was like, what the fuck?
We gotta do a spoiler cast on that.
Yeah, yeah.
On Replicas.
Let's see how bad it is. I'm sure it's gonna be horrible.
So-
A Dog's Way Home though. Oh my fucking god. I got that trailer again a couple days ago when seeing Spider-Man again, and I was Gerard was there with me, and right when my friend Gerard, right when the CG cougar shows up,
Oh man.
which is literally the worst special effect I've ever seen in my life, shows up. Me and him start fucking laughing, and then at the end of the trailer, I didn't know why I did this. I blurted out. I said I have never been more embarrassed for a trailer, because that trailer was embarrassing. Dude, watch it. It's so bad.
Everyone.
Reese Witherspoon's annoying voice.
Uh-huh.
It's fucking. I love cheese. Fuck you.
Yeah, no, I got it before when I saw Spider-Verse, and everybody was fucking laughing, man.
Fuck me. And they all hated Spider-Verse a bit.
I don't know. There was the PlayStation Plus one. So my favorite part about Spider-Verse, I forgot to say, was when they all go to the spider lair, and you know when you see all the costumes and stuff.
Yeah.
When they showed the Spider-Man PS4 costume,
Oh,
everyone was
yeah.
like, "Oh!"
Yeah, well, yeah, they're all PS Plus members. that's
Yeah,
why.
I know.
Oh my god, I just played that earlier today. Oh my god. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really even notice it. I mean, I did because I saw the blue arms and stuff.
The white.
Yeah,
Spider.
but he has like the blue arms, doesn't he, and stuff, kind of. Like parts of it are like a lot of blue. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. But yeah. it did So, but this January, I mean, every January is shitty. But last year we had like
Yeah, the Commuter. That was good.
Commuter was fun enough. But there was like something else like last January. Didn't we get something good last January? Like we
Bye
might
Bye
get
Man?
Glass. We'll see though. But what?
The Bye Bye Man?
That was 2017. Like,
Wow.
that was great. No, but we had something or something.
I'll check my phone. We have those.
I swear there was something good last year. Insidious came out. That sucked dick. But I just hate this
Chlorophyll
month.
paradox.
No, that's February.
I don't know.
It's
'cause
stuck.
I'm looking at my.
No, it definitely
Really?
wasn't. Remember, it was for the Super Bowl, and that's in February.
No, I don't know. I'm saying I'm looking through my. I made a list of movies I saw all.
Proud
in order.
Mary?
No, not Proud Mary. I thought there was some good.
12 Strong,
I didn't
Den of
watch
Thieves.
anything.
I heard that was good trash.
Maze Runner. No, I guess there wasn't. Maybe.
No.
There was some Oscars like spillover.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. I remember seeing good stuff. I remember at the end of January, I was like, that wasn't.
You saw like Call Me by Your Name and Phantom Thread and stuff.
Yeah, I saw that stuff before, but I always see stuff like that before Oscars. I never count it as a January movie because they come out in December or even earlier.
They usually like limited release. Like the Post came out early January.
Yeah, I saw the Post. Yeah, that was all right. Mary and the Witch's Fire. I didn't even see that. Forever My Girl. Oh God. Yeah, that was nothing. I don't know.
Maze Runner.
Fuck it.
12
All right.
Strong. You like 12 Strong.
No, I didn't.
Hey,
I thought-
Dad, like, oh, for a Christian movie, it's not that bad.
It wasn't that bad, but that doesn't mean I like it.
All right, guys, we're done.
What do you mean we're done?
We're talking about January movies.
Don't worry about
Let's
January.
talk about every month now.
Wait, hold on.
February.
What else is coming out January this year?
Well, we said Cold Pursuit, A Dog's Fucking.
Yeah,
Wait,
you mentioned like 4 times.
By the way, Dog's
the
Way
upside.
Home-
The upside.
The upside. Dog's Way Home, by the way, also it spoils the entire movie in the trailer. So
Yep.
I just want to. Also, the title just spoils the fucking movie. So.
Oh, and Serenity, that
Oh yeah, that's fucking
Michael
annoying.
McConaughey movie.
All right, it's over. He's already checking his phone, so we're about done. He's opening it. He's turning on his TV,
Adrian's a little shit.
watching movies. He don't give a fuck. But he's about to play.
That was out of the
Overwatch.
movie podcast, episode 23. We're gonna bring these every Friday. We're making that a thing
No, this is the last episode.
every Friday.
All right, make sure you go see Aquaman. It's only gonna be in theaters for the next 2 months. So.
Good luck, everyone.
Bye.
End it. End it.
What?